Hi friends, Sheila Keeter here. I am the teacher for inclusion, and this week I am talking about the Holocaust in literature, which is a very heavy topic. However, it is something that is essential and crucial to make sure that we are teaching students. There are a lot more options today than there were in the past. For example, a graphic novel option. So let's go ahead and get started, and I'll talk about the ones that I think are best for in the classroom use. The first one is Anne Frank's diary, and the author of this book is Ari Folman, and the illustrator is David Polonsky, and it is an amazing book. They were both very concerned that they wouldn't be able to really capture the essence of Anne Frank's diary, but they used a lot of text from Anne's diary, and they're really able to capture Anne's personality. She had a really funny, witty personality, very highly intelligent, and they're really able to capture that in this book. The other thing that they're able to really kind of resonate with is in the end when she puts her last entry in, and it's just kind of this sad, eerie, quiet feeling when you read that it was her last entry. Highly, highly recommend that book. Then we have Refugee by Alan Gratz, which is a story of three separate refugees. One's from Syria, one's from Cuba, and one is trying to escape from Germany. And it's the story that relates to the Holocaust is the story of Joseph, and he is traveling on the St. Louis, the MS St. Louis, which was a real ship. So the story is fictional, but a lot of the things that are in it are nonfiction. And one of the things that's nonfiction is the story of the MS St. Louis. And Joseph rides on the St. Louis to America to be saved. First, they go to Cuba, they're turned away. They go to America, they're turned away. They go to Canada, again, they're turned away, and they're able to finally find some refuge in the UK. Okay. Art Spiegelman's Mouse is just brilliantly written. It was written a long time ago. It's in narrative style. The mice represent the Jewish people. The cats represent the Germans. And the Polish people are represented by pigs. It's a story about a man who interviews his own father, and this is a true story. And his father tells the story of when he was in the Holocaust and how he lost a son and how his wife committed suicide. And it's heavy, but it is lightened with the use of characters and graphics. This is one of my absolute favorites. It's called Whitebird by R.J. Palacio. It's the same author as Wonder, and it's one of the main characters from the book Wonder. And his name is Julian, and Julian asks his grandmother if he can do an interview of her to find out about her past. It's a school assignment. And she at first says, no, it's too hard, it's too painful. But then she ends up telling him about her history, which has to do with the Holocaust. She lost both of her parents, and this kind boy named Julian, who suffered from polio and was on crutches, saved her from Germans collecting her and other Jewish people at her school. And he saves her and puts her in a barn. And she's safe there and stays there for years. And it's a story about friendship and love and coming together. And her parents are also risking their lives as well as their son's life. And it has a tragic ending, as most Holocaust books do. Look at the graphics on that. Isn't that gorgeous? It's absolutely beautiful. So it has a tragic ending, but it is a story of, in the end, she says, make sure, promise me that you will never let injustices go by, and make sure that you will continue to tell the story. And he does. The other two that I talk about in my blog post this week are Night by Eli Wiesel, which Night is just an amazing book, and it really captures the horrors of the Holocaust. I would say one part in that book that gives me pause when I teach it to students is the story about the young boy who hangs for a long time before dying. It's a really heavy, heavy scene. And the Holocaust, yes, it is so important that we continue to spread the message and that they do see the horrors of the Holocaust. But I'm not quite sure they need to see it at a young age. All the details. I don't think they need all the details at such a young age. So there are all of these other graphic novel options, but Night is also a timeless classic that will always capture really the horror of the Holocaust. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you got some ideas if you are teaching the Holocaust in the classroom, and my best wishes to you, because they are very difficult units to teach. And I would suggest doing some social emotional learning, breathing exercises or something throughout as you do teach the Holocaust in literature. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.